Hello everyone, nice to see you again. How are you so far? All right, so today we are going to continue our story, love story. But before we continue our story, I would like to review a bit about the story. Right, love story was written by Eric Siegel in 1970, and we have finished two chapters already. Chapter one is stupid and rich, clever and poor. And chapter two is about blood and stone. Right, chapter one, it is when Oliver and Jenny meet each other and they have feeling or they have good feeling to each other. And chapter two mostly about the relationships between Oliver and his father. It is like blood and stone. So his father is looking very difficult to talk to. And today we are going to move to chapter three. We belong together, right? We are in each other's hand, right? Starting with Oliver. Oliver admits that he has not slept with or attempted to sleep with Jenny in the 3 weeks since they began dating, right? So Oliver said that he has never made love with Jenny for 3 weeks already. Then one day they are starting together and it just happens, right? It's time for them to make love. Oliver is surprised by how soft and gentle the whole thing is. Jenny also admits that she is in love with Oliver. Wow, that is a very good part and very interesting. They two tell each other the truth that they love each other. Right. Talking about Ray, Ray is Oliver's friend and also Oliver's roommate. They stay in the same room. So Ray has been forced to study and sleep in other parts of the university, right, in order to give times and place to Oliver and Jenny. Oliver is in love with Jenny, and he promises Ray that they will get the apartment in New York one day. So this is the plans of Oliver and Jenny. They will be able to buy a flat or apartment in New York in the future or near future. However, Jenny has been accepted as a student to study and work in Paris, which makes Oliver feel terrible, right? They love each other, but it also the time that Jenny has to go to Paris, very far away from Oliver. That is making Oliver feel very bad. So, so Oliver's got an idea to keep Jenny close to him. He asked her to marry him. So after they get married, Jenny is not going to Paris anymore. The next Sunday, Jenny is with Oliver, preparing to meet his parents for the first time, and Jenny is very nervous, feeling unsure. Sometimes is happy or sometimes afraid, like that. In the library of Oliver's house, Oliver introduces Jenny to his parents. His parents are Oliver Barrett III, his father, and Alison Barrett, his mother. Jenny also lectures Oliver on his behavior toward his father, trying to impress on him how important a father-son relationship is. So Jenny also says good things about Oliver to his dad. And Jenny also tries to convince two of them to be well together. Right, this is the end of chapter three. We are going to move to chapter four, please. Right, chapter four, two different kinds of father. This rich man, it is he is Oliver's father. Well, this guy is Jenny's dad. Oliver and Jenny travel to Cranston, Rhode Island, where Phil stays, Jenny's father. Now, Oliver is the one who is nervous. At the first time, Jenny went to Oliver's house and she felt nervous. But this time, Oliver came to Jenny's father and it is his time to feel nervous. He does not only have money to support his soon-to-be wife, but also Jenny and Oliver have made the decision that Jenny will support them while Oliver attends law school. Oliver is afraid Phil will not like this choice. All right, so that is Oliver's feeling. Oliver does not have money by his own, and then he's going to study at law school like for 3 years sometime, and that time he will need the money from Jenny. So this idea, he feel afraid that Jenny's father will not agree. When Oliver meets Phil, Oliver finds the man to be kind and polite. There is clearly a lot of love between father and daughter. Right? When Oliver meets Jenny's father and he know that Phil is a kind man. Oliver goes to the associate dean of Harvard Law School to ask for a scholarship. Right? He know that he has no money, so he went to the school to ask for a scholarship. The dean does not think that Oliver needs help, right? The dean over there does not think, right? Oliver, you're from a very rich family, Barrett, and tells him to meet his dad. But Oliver disagrees, right? At that time, the dean told Oliver to go to see your dad again, and then you can come back. But Oliver said, no, I will not ask my father. Jenny graduates from Radcliffe on Wednesday. Then many members of her family and relatives attend or come to join. Jenny and Oliver make the choice not to tell any of her relatives about their plan of wedding. So they had planned to get married already, but they don't want to tell any other. Oliver graduates on Thursday. The ceremony attended by only Jenny and Phil. So Oliver and Jenny and Phil, 3, and another one is Ray, his friends, 4 people. Jenny and Oliver get married the following Sunday in a small ceremony attended by only Ray and Phil. So their wedding was very quiet and beautiful, right? That is what Jenny said. Our wedding was very quiet and very beautiful. Now we are going to continue to chapter 5. So today we are discussing for 3 chapters. The first 3 years, right? I mean, after they get married, and the first 3 years, what have they done? For 3 years, they had to make every dollar do the work of 2. So they had very little money. Even 2 of them work hard. They found, after that, they found the cheap flat near the university and they bought it. Oliver carried me into our first home, Jenny said. That's a nice time to have their own house. Oliver and Jenny live on Jenny's income for the first 3 years that Oliver is in law school. So during this time, Oliver and Jenny saved to live. Like when Oliver was in the school, so they saved to live, I mean they spend very little. Oliver's father attempts to invite Jenny and Oliver to his 60th birthday party, but Oliver refuses to go. Unhappy with his decisions, Jenny argues with Oliver until he explodes and throws the phone across the room. So at that time, Jenny tries to explain, Oliver, you should go and attend your father's party. But Oliver says, no, no, no. Jenny rushes out of the apartment. And then Oliver spends the rest of the night searching for her, finally finding